Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing very well, that everything finds you well, that you guys are doing good, your families are good, and that you guys are enjoying life. And today I want to review and talk about Planet Death 1 and 2 by Bad Idea. To be honest, this um, comic book promoter, Bad Idea, is new to me. I have not heard of them, and I'm just mainly a DC guy, some Marvel, but I do collect Image comics, and I do like rare comic books that step out of the superhero genre, and they try different stuff. And I have a lot of collections like that, to be honest, and I love them. And I discovered yesterday was Wednesday, and went to my comic book store, and right on the stand were was Planet Death #1 and Planet Death #2, and I loved it. I paged through it, I lived through it, and I love just the imagery. The art is just fantastic, and I had to pick it up, and I like what I saw. Think of a marriage of Conan the Barbarian with aliens and Iron Man, and something along those lines. This is like a mix of all that, in a good way. In a good way. This Let me talk about first issue #1. Let me put #2 aside and go with issue #1. I was, very surprised. I love the story, very epic. Really enjoy the graphics, the lettering, the art, the colors, the imagery, the fantastic visuals of this book. Just, I cannot say enough. It's just great, great stuff. Look at this. Look at this double spread over here. Just amazing, amazing stuff. It pulls no punches. There's a very mature level to the storytelling, and it's just great, sci-fi here. This is great sci-fi mixed with action, with the action hero genre. It's just great stuff. To give you the gist from what I got, it's humans, the not the army itself, but there's a battalion of humans that I guess they traveled. They were in a sleeping state they call hypersleep, and they go to this planet, and their mission is to destroy a big weapon of some kind, and they are dropped into this very barbaric planet that is just full of a very barbaric alien race, purple alien race, this monster like, and they dress, sort of medieval, but they have modern weaponry, and it's just fantastic stuff. I loved it, and it's look at this spaceship over here. This is them. They're being deployed to the Death Planet. And let's talk about the creative team. Written by Derek Kolstad. I never heard of him. And Robert Venditti. Robert Venditti, I have heard of him. He's a great writer. I've seen his DC work. I believe he had a very good run in Green Lantern, and I think he's the guy that wrote the last great Hawkman series, if I'm not mistaken. And I really enjoyed that run with him and Brian Hitch. It was just fantastic stuff. And the artwork over here is art by Thomas Giorello with Sunny Go and colors, and the great Tom Napolitano on lettering. Fantastic work, man. Fantastic work. And from what I read in the back pages, this book only comes out maybe like 4 months in between or something along those lines. The first issue came out in July 2025. from what I read. And the second issue came out just now in November 2025. And the third issue, from what I saw, is gonna come out next year in May. So they do take their time putting this book together, putting this artwork together, and it works, man. It works because they take their time, and the art is just fantastic stuff. And it's a thick book. It's a thick book. One of the treats of it is that I kept leafing, I kept reading, and I was enjoying it, and I was having a good time, and I still had a lot to go through, you know, and I love that feeling. This is what comic books are supposed to be. You know, there was a time comic books were mainly aimed at boys, at men, at guys, and that's not to say girls didn't enjoy it, but the target audience for comic books, it was boys, it was guys, and this is a man's man comic. Let me tell you, it's a man's man comic, and that's not a bad thing, man. That's not a bad thing. I hate it that there's a stigma to that type of talk, and it's just that, you know, a guy will enjoy this book more than girls would. And there's women that love this kind of storytelling, this kind of sci-fi, and it's awesome, you know. And I loved it. It's action packed. The action is bloody. It's in your face. People get killed. Some soldiers commit suicide. This is the monster horde that comes at them. They're all purple. They all look, you know, something right out of hell. You know, right out of you know, some biblical type of story, man. And the monsters themselves, they speak in an alien language. We cannot understand what we're reading, what they're saying, but you could see through their actions that they're also in some type of mission. You know, they're also struggling, and they also fear, and they also struggle, and they plan, and it's a war, and you feel the war palpitating through the pages, you know, coming out. The action is action packed. The struggle, it's very simple. It's humans versus an alien race, you know, and the humans, they get annihilated in this. They get most of them, all of them die except one guy, our main star. His name is Scott, and Scott's motivation is his family. He wants to get back to Earth. He wants to get back to his wife and his daughter, and it's just awesome stuff. But yeah, man. Here he is, he's thinking about his wife, he's thinking about his daughter, and that's his motivation, man. And they wear these exosuits, these suits that, you know, insert adrenaline into them, and they provide sustenance of some kind. And those suits are amazing, you know, and it's just, look at this. It's just action packed from first page to the last. It's just amazing stuff. So that's the end of issue 1 of Planet Death. And let's go over issue number 2. The quality follows, the quality continues. Issue 2, we see the struggle of Scott. Now he's by himself, and he's trying to survive by himself, and he kicks ass, man. He's a badass. And it's been a while since I've seen a badass male character that is not being kicked in the balls, that is not being talked down by unrealistic female characters. And he's just, you know, doing his best. He's not perfect, but he's trying to accomplish his mission. He's trying to survive. He struggles. He's human. He misses his family. It's just, man, kudos to the creative team for the writing, the quality of this story. It's so compelling. I loved it, and I cannot praise it enough. And I can't wait for the third issue. I'm hooked, and I actually liked the in between time, you know, because comic books are not cheap nowadays. So, you know, it's kind of cool to have that waiting time, you know, and hopefully I can see that third issue next year, and bad idea. Like this comic book company is doing very well. They are trying to do different stuff, and I loved it. I loved it. I'm loving it. But my favorite so far is Planet Death. They are doing awesome stuff. There's a touching moment where Scott finds a dying teammate, and he stays with him, and he waits for him to take his last breath, and tells him, tell me about your family, and the guy dies talking about his family, talking about his loved ones, and he tells them, I'll remember them, name them for me. And that was a touching moment. There's drama too, there's drama, and there's things that make sense, the motivation of these soldiers and stuff, and I loved it, man. And then he rescues these guys, these humans that are prisoners of these aliens, and he does manage to kick their ass and rescue these guys. And the cliffhanger is that these guys don't actually want to go back home, and just a little bit of spoilers there. Look at these visuals. Look at this art. The art is just amazing. I heard this artist did Conan. I gotta look that up because I love Conan the Barbarian. And yeah, you can tell that his style is made for that kind. Look at this, man. I love these visuals. As an aspiring artist myself, I'm in love with this. Loved it. Looking forward to the next issue. Amazing stuff, man. Amazing stuff. So here it is. The third issue is gonna come out in May of 2026, and just very cool stuff. Adrenaline rush, comic books. I loved it. In your face, action packed. No self insertion. No stupid politics. Nothing trying to mirror the real world. This is sci-fi at its best. I love that. Recommend it. From a scale of 1 to 10, these two issues, I give them a very solid 9. Both of them. Solid 9. Amazing stuff. Look them up. Buy them. We need comic books to come alive again. We need the market, because Marvel is just dropping the ball. They keep just, intellectually raping their fucking characters. It's just a travesty. DC is doing a little bit better, but we need the independents to step up and do this. And Bad Idea is doing it, and doing it in style, man. Loved it, loving it. I recommend it. Good stuff, man. Thank you guys for listening, for watching. Peace.